Hey guys, it's Baia, life coach, positive living. Hope you're doing good today. This is part of a series, a serious series. We're talking about the 4 agreements, and I'm going to repeat because it's always good to hear these. These are great things to implement in your life to really evoke positive change. Okay, so 4 agreements are to always be impeccable of your word, to never assume, to not take things personally, and to always do our best. We've already elaborated on the assumption portion of the 4 agreements. So this video, we're going to touch on not taking things personally. We all do it, and it is normal. We are human. So do not beat yourself up if you find, God, I do this. We're changing, okay? So it's a process, and we're learning. And as long as we are trying to, I'm really working on not using that word. As long as we are actively working on change in a positive way, that's a good thing. That's a great thing. But taking things personally, all of us do it. And, in the end, if you look back at situations in your life where you have taken things personally, you'll find that as you travel through this, that it really did not pertain to you. The situation that was so upsetting, that caused you to lose sleep, to stress out, so much aggravation, a lot of negatives, didn't pertain to you. And then there's some more negatives because you're like, embarrassment, and it can be difficult. So taking things personal, it's hard, because we love people. We want to fit in. We want to be important, and we are. And I think that's why we have a tendency to take things personal, because we are so important that we have obviously got to be involved in everything. No, you don't. Okay? Don't. There's a time and a place for us in everything, right? So do not take things personal. If something upsets you, and let's say, here's a good example, you overhear a conversation. That's never good, because you didn't hear the beginning, you're hearing portions, okay? And let's say you overhear this conversation, and this is what you hear. She is just too much. This girl is just, really? Okay, so then you come walking up, the conversation stops. Your immediate thinking is, obviously, they were talking about me because they stopped talking and they said she, and I can be eccentric, so it had to be about me. Okay, so you don't say anything, or maybe you do. Maybe you say, oh, did I interrupt something? And they say, oh, no, but they don't pick up with where they left off. So now the parasite is what I call it. The negative thoughts start manifesting, and you're thinking, these, so-and-sos were talking about me, and it's just, how rude. And then you start thinking, what did I do? And then, you know where it goes. Come on, you know where it goes. All this negative baloney, right? Just starts. Okay, so next day comes, and you're mad. And you've made some phone calls, and you've talked to your other friends and said, I walked up on them, they were talking about me and how rude, and did it. Okay, so now you have stirred the pot, right? You have caused negative, and you're putting it out everywhere, negative, off of this one little half a sentence that you heard that had to be about you. So now you still don't have the kahunas to confront the situation, which would have been the correct thing to do, but you don't have the whereabouts to do this. So the person you contacted last night has decided to contact your enemy, your current enemy, and say, well, yeah, you were talking about her, and so she's upset, and she called you a na. Oh, God almighty. It's gotten way out of hand now. So, instead of you taking this directly to the source, now the source has come to you and said, oh, so you called me a bitch last night. Well, guess what? You did. You did. Now, this person has an opportunity to tell you what that conversation, although it was none of your business, correct, that you jumped into, heard a little bit of, and decided to just spread crapola everywhere. This person tells you they were talking about their sister. Had nothing to do with you. But you took it personal. You assumed. You did all this. And guess what? You're the one. You were the one who called somebody a bitch and did it. So, do not take things personal. And see, that also factors in with assuming. So you assumed they were talking about you took it personal, and then you created a piñata of negativity, honey. Okay, so do not take things personal. Another quick example of taking things personal. You get your hair cut, need it cut, whatever, you get your hair cut. And, the consensus among your friends is, don't really like it. Get your feelings hurt, Not everybody's gonna like everything we do, okay? So just, if you're doing things, it makes you happy, you love your haircut, you feel sassy, you like it, 10 other people didn't, it's your hair. Don't take it personal. Own it. Own that hairdo. Own whatever it is that you've got going on. We can't please everybody, and we're not here to please everybody. You are your own person. You are unique. You are valued, and you have a purpose that is not what the person beside you's purpose is, and so on. So, getting our feelings hurt and taking things personal is just setting us back. It doesn't stop the progression of life. Guess what? Life goes on whether you are upset about it or not. Okay? So, take the high road. If you feel good about it, whatever it is, and other people aren't liking it, it's okay. It's okay. We are not meant to please the world. Okay? You gotta be happy. If you're happy with it, then it's okay. All right? And when you ask other people for their opinion, be prepared. Because if you have people in your life that are true, very candid, truthful people, which is what I like around me, then be prepared to hear the truth. Come on. So, and again, not everybody's gonna like it, but if you're happy, that's what's important. Okay? So, do not take things personal. Do not take things personal. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, whatever it is that this finds you. The 4 agreements are in no particular order. So I'm just doing them randomly as, they're coming to me. I'm going to make a cup of coffee, and I'm going to come back, and we're going to talk about doing our best. And again, 4 agreements. 2, never assume. Do not take things personal. Always be a person of your word, and always do your best. Okay, it's going to change your life. All right, till a few minutes from now. Bye.